Ooh, I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna see how that works. Okay, y'all. I got about a minute, and then it's time for us to get rocking and rolling. Turn this bad boy on. Y'all let me know if this mic goes out. I do have another one. I only have one device, so Teresa's not on YouTube. Let me know, and I'll pop in. Oh, I'm not really worried about it. It's okay. It's okay, KL. So y'all know this is Comfortable Tuesday. Y'all already know how I get down. Comfortable Tuesday. We wear sweatpants. Uh, Comfortable Tuesday. Come as you are. Wear whatever you want to. Y'all let me know. Like I said, if my mic goes out, I have another one that I will switch it out with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna start off a little slow just to get my body. Y'all gonna see me look down a lot just because I want to make sure I am. Do you oil your hair daily? It's pretty. No, I don't. But thank you, Sean. Um, I don't. I actually leave my hair alone. I think the only part I really oil are my edges. Um, but no, for the most part, I just leave it alone. I rarely have it silk pressed. I only silk pressed it so I could trim the ends, and because I'm in between hairstyles, y'all know how that goes. Um, oh, I didn't even start my watch, y'all. But luckily, it is counting my steps already. Good morning, Dr. Nicole. So, y'all, I am just walking and talking with y'all today. This morning was a little rough. So, my goal for today is just to get some movement in. Y'all know that's what Tuesdays are all about, just to get some movement in. This is low impact cardio. So, the focus for today, move. I'm moving a little slower today because I am walking backwards. So, that's why I dropped the steps down to 10,000. Because, yeah, walking backwards, you're normally going to move slower. And I know I'm going to get asked 1,000 times today, what are the benefits of walking backwards? So first, let's start with that. Let's start with that as the topic of discussion because I know some people who, y'all may not even realize I'm walking backwards. I think some people won't even know, but I feel like this just keeps shaking. So let me just hold it. But I think a lot of people won't even know that I'm walking backwards. But for those of you who do, the first benefit of walking backwards on a treadmill is just like what we talked about with doing rear lunges. I talked to y'all about the different variations of lunges you can do, but when you walk backwards, when it comes to your knees, when you walk backwards, it's a little easier because you're not putting all that pressure. So even when you walk backwards, you're not putting a lot of pressure on your knees. Okay. So it kind of helps with the knee balance. Knee balance, knee health. It helps with balance in the sense that you don't walk backwards on the norm. Oh, yeah, let me switch. This hand got to move for the steps. You don't walk backwards normally. And so your body has to recruit more stabilizers in order to get you to be able to walk backwards in a straight line, for one. So you are working on your quad strength as well. You tend to hit more of your back kinetic chain from your glutes, your hamstrings, calf muscles when you walk backwards. And you will normally burn more calories because your body has to do more work to keep you walking straight backwards. So if you're ever at a gym, I do recommend giving it a try. You'll probably definitely feel it in your calf muscles right away, the difference. because I already feel like I am having to engage my calf muscles more because you're pushing off. Um, Let me go a little faster. We do want to get there today. Hey, time for me. So, yeah, I won't be going as fast. So we'll see. Whew. Let me see what other benefits I can give y'all for this that I didn't mention. I don't know if I told y'all all of this. Oh, but it did also say it can help alleviate lower back pain. Hey, Legacy. So walking backwards, it says it can help alleviate lower back pain. I think it's also just because when you walk backwards, you're, like I said, you engage more of your backside mechanics a little more. So, and I told you naturally, if you have back pain, you want to make sure you're doing movements to build it up. A lot of times we run from it. So if we have back pain or knee pain, hip pain, a lot of times we do what? Sit. Okay, Kate Ellis. So a lot of times when we have any type of injury or issue with our body, we tend to want to sit. Oh, my body needs rest. And to a point, yes, it does need rest. But if it's been some time since you've had that issue, hey, good morning. If it's been a while since you had that issue, then at that point you probably need to build it up. Like I told y'all before, it's like the same reason why you go to therapy, right? When you go to therapy or rehab for your body, what do? They have you going through different stretches and exercises to try to build that area up. Good morning, time for me. I think a lot of times we just trust when we go to rehab or therapy that it's almost like we think it's different movements. Maybe you're doing it a little slower, maybe you're doing it with less weight, but you're still doing stretches and exercises. So make sure you're trying to build that back up by doing some type of movements. Remember I told y'all stretching is very good. I had a problem with my hip a few months ago where I just thought I would have to go to somebody for help because it was radiating down my leg. It was horrible. But all I had to do was stretch. And just like that, I was good to go. So make sure you stretch those areas that you're having problems with. Okay? I'm trying to think what else I can give y'all for while I'm walking backwards. I know I'm going to get hit with that some more. But I think those were the biggest things. It also it said it helps with increased range of motion. Because you're walking backwards, you're able to extend that knee out a little more. So honestly, I recommend anybody who has knee issues, try walking backwards and see what that does for you. I mean, I recommend doing it on a treadmill or something where it has a handrails so you can gain your balance. But it says it gives your knee full extension versus walking forward. All right, y'all. Now we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. We're going to talk about some nutrition. So, Thanksgiving, normally we also surround food. Everything is centered around food, right? Yes, it is about being thankful and family and everything else, but we make it all about food. I told y'all yesterday that Thanksgiving Day is the one day where there's no what word did I use yesterday? I guess there's no guilt and there's no judgment on how much somebody eats. At least I know in my family. You know, that's that one day where you eat whatever you want to. People don't care how often you go back up and get seconds, thirds, fourths, whatever, right? The food's just sitting on the counter. People just kind of go up and get it as they want, right? Throughout the day. It's about watching football. I won't be. Oh. Well, good morning. Well, I hate that for you, Tanika. But normally that's what we do on Thanksgiving Day is I feel like, well, for some of us, we don't even eat breakfast because we wait for that day. 2 cheat days, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So yes and no. They are, I think you can say cheat days in the sense that those are the days where you probably eat more dessert or certain foods you normally don't eat. But we still, hey, Cynthia, good morning. We still have to keep it with portion control. I think the biggest thing when it comes to those days is just that, right? We feel like we can eat whatever we want to, which I mean, you can. Everybody got free will. Do what you want to, right? We got free will. And I'm definitely not here to tell you what you can and cannot do. But if you're on your fitness journey and you want to be able to continue to go in the right direction, don't stack that plate up. You're right. Soft, smooth. Yes. That's what I'm saying. People, that's the one day you can be a big bag and nobody's going to judge you, right? So we take full advantage. But I think once again, it's a mental thing, right? You have to go in with the fact that, hey, I'm just going to enjoy myself a little more. Think of it like you would a Saturday. Remember I told y'all when you go out with your friends or family or your significant other, when you go out on the weekend, sometimes you got to pick a struggle. It's like, do I want alcohol? Do I want dessert? Do I want to balance it out, have a little bit of both, but portion control it out? I mean, I want y'all to enjoy Thanksgiving. Do what you want to. I'm just giving advice on what I think would be the best method of how to eat on Thanksgiving Day. And to me, that would be taking it like you would a Saturday. A normal Saturday, I told y'all, you pick which one you want to enjoy the most when it comes to sugar, whether that's drinking alcohol or having dessert. And you kind of got to think about it the same way. I know with my family, I'm pretty sure most families, right? The alcohol comes out, the dessert, you got all the different proteins, the sides. So I want you to definitely enjoy yourself. I just want you to be mindful of not overdoing it. I choose alcohol Saturday. I chose alcohol Saturday and I paid for it Sunday. One drink at that. All you had was one drink, you're saying? I paid for it Sunday. But you know, even if you want to drink, I do recommend just taking shots if you're going to drink and taking all that extra sugar out. A lot of drinks are made with so much additional things and it's just to make it taste good, right? But at the end of the day, alcohol don't really taste good to me to begin with. And so if the whole point is if you're just trying to get there, like get to that sweet spot, just take a shot. Preferably, now you tell me. The sugar is what can actually make you feel bad. I think more than the alcohol. Yes, alcohol has the sugar, but I'm talking about is the added sugar that gets. I think I told y'all I went to a restaurant one day. I was out eating with my friend. This was like a year or two ago. I had a drink, and then I was like, okay, that one did good on my stomach. I'm gonna do another one. However, they made this one had a lot more sugar, and from the moment I took a sip, my body immediately rejected it and was like, my stomach started hurting real bad. So I don't have any, tell them to take it back, make me another one. Wine, to a degree, is a better option. Wine can also have a lot of sugar in it. So you also have to look at that. It's just like anything else. You got to look at the label to kind of see. They always say go with like the red wine. And I think it was like, 4 to 6 ounces, which if you saw what 4 to 6 ounces really was, you're probably like, girl, that's not going to do nothing for me. But even like, I think on my 600-pound life or the different fitness shows I've seen, when people still want to drink, they always say get 4 to 6 ounces of red wine, and that's good enough. With certain wines, the only reason why certain wines are good too, because they can be gluten-free. So I know anybody who deals with endometriosis, adenomyosis, there are some gluten-free wines. But yeah, it just depends. Tequila and vodka, those are like the better alcohol choices to take because your brown normally has wheat in it. So if you deal with like any type of medical condition that you have to be mindful of the different things you consume, then that comment threw me off a little bit. So yeah, Thanksgiving, that's all main point I'm trying to make is you gotta treat like you would a weekend. You gotta be mindful how you're eating. Don't stack the plates. Take time to let your food digest. That's gonna be the biggest thing. I know you have to ask me about bloating. That would be the one thing that's gonna definitely cause you to bloat is if you're if you're eating too much too fast. Remember, I gave y'all the different reasons why we bloat, ranging from the type of foods we eat. So like y'all already know, like beans and stuff like that can cause you. to get gassy. So from the type of foods we eat, how much we eat, how fast we eat, we take in air, those are all reasons why we bloat. So Thanksgiving Day, take your time. Take your time. Um, for the most part, the food shouldn't be going anywhere. Um, so that's gonna cause bloat, y'all. So if you don't want to feel bad on Thanksgiving Day, make sure you're taking your time with eating. Watch. So how much you're eating, how fast you're eating it. Those are the two things you want to be mindful of. Getting up and walking around. I know Thanksgiving Day, there's going to be a lot of football games on. Make sure you're staying active after you eat. Don't just eat and then sit there and watch football all day. Get up, walk around the house for a little bit. And like I said, it doesn't have to be long. You just want to help your digestive system a little bit. So get up and move. Or you can walk in place while you stand there and watch the game. But you don't want to eat and then just sit, especially with the type of food for Thanksgiving, it's normally a little heavier. Yep, go for a 15-minute walk. Yeah, I know the cousins like to take that spiritual walk. I don't even care if you do that. Go take a spiritual walk. Hey, Tina. But yeah, please be mindful of walking. With the type of foods that people normally eat for Thanksgiving, they are very heavy. And so the main thing people want to do is sit because they get the itis. Please keep walking. That's almost like eating and then going to sleep at night, like on a regular day. We always talked about, trying to make sure you're working with your body and not against it. So we don't want, I always tell y'all, and this is not Thanksgiving, just in general. I tell y'all it's not good to eat right before you're about to go to sleep. And I think I kind of low-key made that mistake yesterday. I think that's why I wasn't feeling good this morning when I woke up. And even though I didn't eat a lot, I just wanted a little bit of something to eat yesterday. But then I went and laid down. Mommy and daughter walks. That works too. Do what you got to do. But yeah, I woke up not feeling too good. I think it's because it's almost like I felt my body trying to work extra or overtime while I was asleep. I fell asleep kind of early. I was kind of tired yesterday. So I decided to just, go to sleep. Woke up at like 2 o'clock. I was having a slight flare up. So that's another thing. And it's kind of a side note. If you deal with endometriosis or adenomyosis, sometimes walking does help. Hey, good morning. Good morning. It is morning here. But it is good to get moving. Even if you, anytime you want to sit, it's good to get moving. Let me just say that. Because with my flare-ups, it makes me want to lay down. I don't know what that is, time for me. Let me look that up real quick. A-S-T-R-O-P. Oh, that came up real quick. Let me see what the symptoms are. Nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, bloating, and feeling full after only a few bites of food. Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me, I want more information on this. I want to understand why that happens. It's a debilitating stomach condition for which there is no cure. The stomach of people who suffer experience a form of paralysis, which means food cannot move onto the bowels. That means food that they eat can sit in their stomachs for days or even weeks at a time. So that part is tricky because I think that's more so dealing with the breakdown of your foods. What I was talking about is normally when the food is already, the food is within your bowels. A lot of times you try and get that bowel movement going or like the intestines movement. With this, I feel like it deals more with the breakdown of the food. And you can correct me because, I feel like, of course, you're dealing with this, it sounds like, so you understand it better than I do. Weight loss and poor appetite. I had never heard of this before. Heartburn, acid reflux, feeling full very quickly after starting a meal, upper abdominal pain, bloating. So do they tell you how to manage it? I mean, there's no cure for endometriosis, but how to manage. Okay, so it kind of sounds a little bit like endometriosis, where you have to just make sure you do dietary changes as well. So yours would include doing low fat, low fiber meals and consuming more so liquids. So for me, I told you I can't really do, yeah, okay, so you said it, diet is the only option. So yeah, the same thing with me though. When it comes to my endometriosis, I have to be mindful of what can flare me up. So it's one of those things that it just sucks that we have to deal with that. But I have to be aware of gluten, dairy, and processed foods. Because my endometriosis, it is on my bowels. I had to have part of my bowels removed because of it. I also have issues when it, well, yours sounds like more of a stomach, mine's more of an intestinal issue. But at the end of the day, the way to manage it is to diet. To calm a flare up, switch to liquid diet, meal replacement, drinks and broth while staying hydrated by sipping on clear fluids. Others include eating smaller, more frequent meals, sitting upright. So it says sitting upright after eating. So it sounds like, once again, it's one of those things where you shouldn't lay down. Avoid high fiber, high fat foods and carbonated drinks. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely a diet thing. I understand your pain a little bit. But I do feel like movement would help. I feel like there's never a situation where movement wouldn't help. I feel like movement gets the blood flow going. It kind of gets everything just moving in general. So I think definitely, even with that, I would definitely get moving. You don't have to do a lot, like Kate Ellis even mentioned, like a 15-minute walk. You just want to do something to keep that body going after you eat. Stay standing up, especially for yours. Stay sitting up after you eat. So make sure y'all put some green on y'all plate. The biggest thing I know a lot of people want to go for is cornbread, macaroni and cheese, turkey, fried turkey, that. A lot of protein and carbs. So let's make sure being mindful of getting some veggies in there. Still think about your macros, your protein, fat, and carbs when you're eating. That still needs to go into place. So, like I said, I want you to enjoy yourself for Thanksgiving, but still put your macros, take that into consideration, okay? Did somebody ask why I'm walking backwards? Thank you. I appreciate it. So y'all know I'm just doing low impact today. This low impact cardio. Yesterday we did arms and back. My arms and back are definitely still on fire a little bit, especially like around my shoulders, like where the traps are. But I do feel good. Oh, okay, just hitting before they do. That's what I'm talking about, being proactive. Tomorrow, I will still let y'all know about leg day. Y'all know my week is just different because of the holidays. So I'll be letting y'all know. Make sure your notifications are on so we can get that leg day in. If I'm not able to do leg day in the morning, I'm going to try to go on at night. So I'll let y'all know. If anything changes, I'll make sure I put it in my story. So, and I'll put a post on YouTube, y'all. My YouTube fam, I'll be putting a post if I'm not able to go at my regular time for leg day. If y'all have anything you want to ask me, let me know. Go ahead and hit me with it. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm trying to see my steps, y'all. I'm trying to see if I can go a little faster. Walking backwards. So I'll definitely be looking down a lot more as I increase my speed. If y'all have any questions, go ahead and hit me with it. Today felt more like a Monday to me. Today definitely feel like a Monday. Like the way I woke up, I just was out of it a little bit today. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Once you get moving, you'll feel better. What does your Thanksgiving meal look like? So, the funny thing is, for the past couple of Thanksgivings, we've done seafood. We try to do the low sodium seafood. And that's because, for one, seafood is lighter on the stomach. Like this type of seafood we have, we kind of like a healthy version of it. But this year, we are going more traditional. I'm not really a traditional Thanksgiving person, but that's what the family wants to do, so I don't mind. So we are doing the typical, like, turkey, ham, chicken. We have a lot of protein, for sure. That way everybody has their options. And then, of course, your side dishes. I honestly don't really take Thanksgiving to be more than what it needs to be. Happy Tuesday. Like, I think when I was younger, before I really got into the fitness aspect of everything, I used to, take Thanksgiving to be that one day where it's like a free for all. Like, yay, I can eat however much dessert I want to. I can do this. Now, I think with where I'm at now, with my endometriosis and just my fitness mind, I don't really see Thanksgiving as a different day. I mean, to me, it's just a day to have more options of what to eat, and I don't have to cook. So that's a good thing about it, but I don't really see it as that big of a meal changer for me. Like, yeah. And I do smaller portions, so I don't eat a lot during Thanksgiving. But I'm a sweets person though, y'all. I love me some sweets, so that's where I might get caught up. I told y'all we're celebrating. We have a lot to celebrate, so I will be eating some cake. But it's the only reason why I really changed my eating habits because my endometriosis. My endometriosis is really why I had to make those changes. So I do want to talk to y'all about supplements. There were a few things that I didn't get to hit with y'all last Tuesday. I can't remember them all, but I do remember supplements being on the board. So I do want to go over that. I think for the most part, we've had this conversation before when it comes to our vitamins. And I talked to a lot of y'all who deal with menopause or the peri of it. So kind of like the things you kind of want to start looking at. I talked to y'all about, like, as you go into menopause, your estrogen and your progesterone start to decrease. And so you have to find ways to supplement those differences. That way you're not seeing too many changes with your body. Because I think I explained to y'all the main difference when it comes to the estrogen is your bone health, brain function, and your fat distribution. That's what your estrogen is good for. And so when you don't have that anymore, those sort of things you have to start worrying about in menopause, right? So the main supplements, I don't really take a lot of supplements as far as trying to build muscle. Okay. The main, I don't really focus on trying to build muscle. So I think a lot of people come on here, they're asking more so about supplements for building like muscle, stuff like that. No, a lot of my supplements are more so based off of health. So of course I take a multivitamin. A multivitamin in general is just good for you to have. It just gives you, remember, supplements are made to what? It's in the word. It basically tries to supplement anything that you're not able to get in your regular diet, right? So the multivitamin, it gives us a lot of those different vitamins that we don't get on the day-to-day, especially if you're not a big fruit and veggie type of person. That's what that multivitamin is good for. I've been told it's better to take pills. Like if you had to put them in order, it would go gummies, liquid, and then pills as far as like bad to better. I used to do the gummies a lot because I'm not good at taking pills. But from what I've been told, when I would go to this vitamin shop, they explained to me that it's basically better to go with the pill, which I'm pretty sure most of y'all like, duh, we knew that. But for me, I didn't, because I just assumed that no matter how it was packaged, whatever I'm trying to get from that, I would still be able to receive it. A lot of people like Mary Ruth. I think I've tried Mary Ruth before. There's just so many different supplements out there that you never know what's really working or what's good for you. Uh, Outside of the multivitamin, vitamin D. Vitamin D is something that a lot of us don't get. Um, Omega 3s. So omega 3 is good to consume when you eat a meal. So after you eat a meal, I think they want you to take like 3 a day. So after each major meal, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's better for the body to break it down after a meal. But you can also get that. Remember, anything you take as a supplement, you can also get in regular food. It just normally for us, we don't consume it in our foods naturally. So, but salmon is a good way to get those omega 3s. Uh, do you have a liquid vitamin that you recommend? So I don't take liquid vitamins anymore. So I don't. I can't even think of the name that I was taking. The one I was taking, I think, was a multivitamin liquid. Not multivitamin. Yeah, it was multivitamin liquid, but that was over 2 years ago. Now I am doing more of my pills just because I didn't feel like I didn't know if I was necessarily seeing a difference when I was doing the gummies and the liquid, and so I was like, okay. And then I was also told that if you try to crunch the pill, that doesn't help. It doesn't, because y'all gonna be like, ew. But I used to chew pills because I couldn't swallow, so I would just chew them. Now I know how to do it right, y'all. So I don't have to chew. But I was also told if you chew, your body takes it in too fast, not able to process it. So I know. Might be nasty, but I have to do. You gotta do what you gotta do to get the medicine down, or the vitamins down. So, but I do recommend more of the pill form. Of course, magnesium. We talked about magnesium. Sea moss. I've never been a big sea moss person. Let me see what the real benefit. I tried taking sea moss and I thought it was gross. And I'm also a texture person. So when it comes to texture, no, sea moss is not it for me. I cannot do sea moss. But I do know it has a lot of different benefits. It says a source of vitamins and minerals like iodine, iron that supports thyroid function and energy levels. It's also high in fiber, which aids in weight loss management by promoting fullness and contains antioxidants and other compounds. I do think sea moss is good for you, but I just can't get past that texture. This one person that I knew broke the sea moss down to where it almost was like in an applesauce like form. No, still didn't like it. And it was like because I try not to do anything I take, I try to keep it in its like simple form, like original. I don't want to do like the different flavors. I know they can do different flavors, sea moss, but I was trying to keep it as simple as possible and plain. Gross. But normally the things that are good for you, sometimes they don't taste good. But I'm not against sea moss by any means. I kind of wish I could consume it better because it is a good source of iron, magnesium, zinc, vitamin A, C, and B. So it's definitely something that I could benefit from. The magnesium is something that I definitely want to start taking more of. And I think that's what most people should. There's so many different variations of it. Let's see if I can break it down for y'all. I don't think it's gonna give me the different. Some people say they take magnesium to help them go to sleep. But it helps with muscles, nerves, bone, and blood sugar. It says that it can help with your cardiovascular system to where it can limit you having stroke or heart attacks. Which brand did you say? Tay Ellis? What's the brand? There's so many different types of magnesium you can take. All right, time for me. Thank you for engaging. We'll see you. See you later. The only thing about taking so many different supplements, if you have to see what combines with what well. I think I told y'all about turmeric. True Sea Moms is on TikTok. Okay. I was talking to y'all about turmeric, I think, the other day, and I was telling y'all I like using ginger root. For one, because ginger root is cheaper, and it also, that will help with nausea, vomiting, bloating. So ginger root is something good to take. What was I about to say? Oh, turmeric. Turmeric's not good with blood thinners. So I think that was the reason why I can't do turmeric. Because one of my medications, because of my endometriosis and some of the medication I have to take, that's the reason why I couldn't do turmeric. I couldn't remember, but yeah. So if you deal with, if you have blood thinning medication, ginger root would be a better option versus turmeric. But still talk to your doctor to verify what you can take based off the different medications you're on. But that's another reason why it's kind of hard to take a whole bunch of different supplements, because you have to be mindful of what can mix with what. And then, of course, we talked about a prebiotic and probiotic is good for gut health, to feed the good bacteria in your stomach. And taking the probiotics also good to normally take before you eat. That way, by the time you finish your meal, that probiotic has processed through. And it also helps with digestion as well. So whew, I feel like walking backwards. I'm feeling it in my upper body. I've been going now for 34 minutes, y'all. My original goal was to only walk for an hour today, just because the way I was feeling this morning. My goal was, hey, let's just try to walk for an hour, because normally I'm on here for like an hour 50. Yeah, I was 52 hours. Today I was like, okay, let's at least try to get that. So basically, one just feeds the good bacteria. I'll try to say it in a simple way, because a lot of people get pre and probiotic confused. And so I'm like, okay, what's the simple way for me to help y'all remember? Let me see. Because I know I've talked about these two before. Let me give y'all their way of saying it. Okay. Of course, you can already tell in the word pre that you want to take that one first. But it says the prebiotics are part of food the body doesn't digest, but that may be used for the microorganisms. So prebiotics may trigger the growth of the good germs in the gut. So they're mainly in your high fiber foods. Let me see. I'm trying to think what's the best way for me to break that down for you to understand. So the prebiotic is what helps feed the good bacteria in your gut. So that's normally why you want to take that prior to. So it helps feed the good bacteria that you have in your gut. You know, that's what breaks down everything in your body, is the bacteria, right? So the prebiotic is going to help feed that. And then you have your probiotic, which is going to help digest your food from that good bacteria. So it feeds off of the good bacteria. I think I try to simplify that as best as possible, because sometimes when you look it up, it can come off a little more complex. So, but you can get pre and probiotic from foods. That's what I'm saying. Everything that comes as a supplement, you can get it from your foods. I think we talked about like onions. It's probably foods that a lot of people don't eat as often as they think, and that's why it's good to take a pre or probiotic, because we don't get it naturally, or we don't consume it often enough for it to really aid. Let me see if I can give y'all that. Yeah, so your prebiotic It's high in fiber, like vegetables like garlic, onions, leeks, and asparagus, bananas, apples, berries, whole grain. So if you eat your fruit and veggies, you're naturally going to get the things you need. That's why I say your body was made to provide you everything you need. Is that my Teresa? Hey, Teresa, good morning. I'm probably late seeing you come into the chat, but hey. Your fruits and veggies give you everything you need. Your body gives you everything you need. A lot of people ask me about detoxing, and I tell people your liver, your kidneys do the detoxing for you, right? If you're giving your body the water it needs, the fruit and veggies that it needs, you're hitting your macros, your body will do what it needs to do. Is there anything wrong with trying to help your body? No, not at all. You can definitely aid your body with giving it the supplements, especially if you know you're not able to provide your body the resource that it needs from the food, the nutrients. But give your body what it needs. Like yesterday, I don't think I got enough water. So my body told me that this morning. And that's another reason why I decided I would walk backwards. My hair's starting to poop up, y'all. Hold on. My back is sweating a little bit, so my hair is touching. Can't have that. Put this hair up, baby. I told you that's how you maintain your silk press. Don't try to be cute. It's okay. Put that hair up. That's one thing that will cause your silk press to poof right back up is when you start to sweat. So the best thing you can do with your silk press is wrap it immediately. Instead of putting heat on it right away, try to wrap it and let it sit like that for a little bit. And then if you need to press it again. But normally when I wrap my hair after it starts to poof up a little bit, it kind of starts to take its form again. So I didn't realize I was sweating a little bit, y'all. I don't feel like I'm really moving that fast. 40 minutes in, y'all. 40 minutes in. I feel good though. I think me getting up and moving, you said glistening. I think me getting up and moving is actually making my body feel better. Just a little bit. I told y'all that I was not feeling good this morning at all. I felt like my body was starting to overheat, and that was a way of me realizing my body was having to overwork during the night. Is when you start, I mean, of course, if it's hot in your place, then yes. But, and if you're not going through menopause, but if you find your body starting to sweat, and the temperature is actually at a nice degree to where you shouldn't be sweating, normally it's because your body's overworking. So I felt my body overworking yesterday, but my stomach was feeling. So that's why I didn't know if I was gonna be able to get up and walk. But I was like, let's get up and move. Maybe that'll help. So I do feel better, y'all. 40 minutes in. Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. If y'all got anything you want to talk about, y'all hit me with it. I'm freestyling today. I didn't feel like coming up with a whole list of health and fitness topics like I normally do. So far, we have talked about supplements. We talked about pre and probiotic. Talked about nutrition for Thanksgiving Day. So if y'all got something y'all want to talk about on this beautiful Tuesday, y'all let me know. Good morning. If you know, you know. Oh, yeah. I understand. So what do you do is to try to exercise? What are some things that you are able to do? Oh, yeah, okay, Ellis. So y'all, Monday, December 1st, Be Your Body Goals. We start programs. My programs are 30 days, so they're basically a month. They're monthly programs. We start on Monday. I start every first Monday of every month. So I got programs for beginners, my intermediate to advanced. Those of you who know what you're doing in the gym, like as far as my intermediate to advanced folks, but you just need something to do, like a program, I got you. My beginners, who you're like, I'm just trying to ease into my fitness journey. I'm not really sure how to get moving, I got you. It's like a one-stop shop. I just can't use the treadmill because got you. Yeah. Okay. But you do walk. Got you. I got a discount code for you all. It automatically comes off because I turned 38 next month. You get 38% off any of my programs, which my programs are already discounted. But because of the holidays, I have discounted, or my birthday actually a holiday. But instead of doing like a Black Friday thing, I just put holidays and the discount is 38%. The sale ends on Friday at midnight. And then anybody who does sign up will get the link Friday afternoon. Okay? It's a good time to start after Thanksgiving. So I know how some of y'all operate. Y'all like, let me make this my last good meal. So yeah, have fun on Thanksgiving and then come work out with me starting December 1st for a month. You get access to me in the chat. So there's a way for you to reach out to me if you ever have any questions. There's a community chat of other women who are also in the program you can reach out to. I'm able to see your nutrition and if you're working out. So I can reach out, hey, what happened? Why didn't we get this done today? But really it's on you if you're going to respond back, right? I can only do so much on my end. We have to work together. What time should you stop snacking? After burn calories, slow down. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I'll come to that one next. So yeah, the link is in my bio, beyourbg.com. I saw where I got notification that you had completed a workout. I thought maybe you had just you had marked off the workout that we did together, but you actually did the workout in the app. Okay, look at you, Kay Ellis. Oh, because you were still on the road yesterday, so you couldn't do the workout with me, so you did the one in the app. Got you. Okay. When I saw it come across, I was like, oh, okay. She doesn't be walking off when she did the workout with me. So Teresa, to answer your question, you asked about what time should you stop snacking and when does the active burning calories slow down? So once you stop snacking, for the most part, it just depends on your schedule. You know, some people work third shift. So, you know, but normally you want to just slow, depending on what the snack is too. Something light like fruit. I would just say maybe like 30 minutes to an hour before. But if it's something a little heavier, maybe like 2 hours is when you want to stop snacking. Just to give your body time to digest it before you lay down. So it's really based off of when you're going to lay down. As far as your active, like the metabolic burn, it depends on what your intensity level was and how much you did. And it's just different for everybody. But normally, depending on how hard you go, it can last majority of the day. But like I think like an average typical workout, I would just say a few hours. And that burn is going to start slowing down. And then you're going to have your whatever movement you have throughout the day is what's going to help you burn. So it depends on how hard you're going. And you can normally tell if your body is still actively burning, once again, based off of your body's temperature. That's one way you can kind of see. So you know how like after you work out, you jump in the shower, and you get the shower, you're like, I'm still sweating. Your body's still elevated from all that work you just put in. Normally I put my shower on cold water. Like I'll take a hot shower and then put the water on cold to kind of get my body temperature to come down. But overall, that's how I kind of know if my body's still burning. It's based off my body temperature. I'm not talking about, oh, it's just hot outside, so I'm just burning. No. I'm talking about if you're indoors, the temperature is good, but you still just feel hot. A lot of times your body is still burning. That's the one way to see. Everyone is different. Woo. Walking backwards actually feels better to me. My watch keeps asking me if I'm still working out because my heart rate isn't getting elevated enough. So it doesn't feel like I'm working out. So that's why I said it's definitely low impact. But I am burning calories. My blood flow is going. I do feel the temperature of my body. has increased. So I do like that. That's the main thing I try to look for is when I'm working out is like is my temperature rising? Is my blood flow pumping more than normal? Yeah, it is good for your knees. I did talk about that. Walking backwards is better for your knees. It takes the pressure off and also gives you more range of motion when you walk backwards, as far as you're able to straighten them out a little more than walking forward. Walking forward, we tend to keep our knees slightly bent. So, yeah, we're working more of that backside. I definitely feel this more in my glutes, my hamstrings, my calf muscles. So, but I'm feeling good. I honestly like walking backwards more than I do like going forward. I think it makes me engage my core a little more. I do feel it in my lower back. So I kind of want to go a little faster, but let's not get too cocky here. So I do have to keep looking down though, just to make sure I'm staying straight. How long does it take to get 10K steps? So 5 miles. I didn't see your question, Shireen. I'm sorry. Put it back in there for me. It depends on how fast you're going. Normally, I can do, let me see. With 10,000 steps, I feel like normally I can do that like less than an hour and a half for 10,000, like maybe hour 10, hour 20, hour 15, somewhere around there with 10,000. I do 3 miles per hour while working. Okay, that's a pretty good pace. This walking pad only goes up to 3.8. So normally I will, if I'm trying to get it done faster, I will jog on it just a little bit. But honestly, because my arm is what's keeping track of my steps, all I gotta do is this. If I want to get steps faster. But your arms do move your legs. That's one thing you learn in track and field. Your arms move your legs. So when you pump your arms faster, it will make your legs move a little faster. Yeah. I wish it didn't take so long either. I'm feeling it in my quads. Sheree, put your question back in the chat for me. Okay. It's okay, Ellis, you couldn't find it. Yeah, if y'all have questions, feel free to give them to me. Let me know what they are. Or Sheree, you may have to ask it a different way if TikTok did filter it. I'm glad you're on, Teresa. Thanks for joining and engaging. Whew. I might end up doing 5,000 steps walking backwards and do the rest. I might even go outside and run. I don't know. You know, Cynthia, the funny thing is, even though I am a runner, y'all, them running tips they tell you to do, I honestly do what works for me. That whole in your nose and out your mouth, child, to me that take up more more effort. For me, I try to run on a cadence. I think that comes from just being in the military. I try to run more on a cadence. Let's see. I don't like the typical. Oh, it says the same thing though. That's funny. It does, ironically, and it's funny because I was just doing this on my own. But it does say try to coordinate your breath with your steps. And that's what I do naturally. I just do it that way. But I feel like that just came from the military and us running on step with the cadence. It says a common approach is to inhale for a specific number of steps and exhale for a different number, like a 3-2 pattern. Inhale for 3 steps, exhale for 2. I just have to run on a cadence. Hey, good morning, Sammy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's see what else it gives. And the fact that I've been running for so long, I don't run the typical way. Because it also depends on the temperature outside. Like that day I ran that 5 miles, that's on my page. It was a little cold out there. So you know, anytime you have your throat open, man, it starts to burn a little bit. So that inhaling, exhaling, I was like, mouth was closed. I can't do that inhaling, exhaling when it comes to my mouth. Yes, I did talk about it already, but I'll hit a little bit already, Diane. Walking backwards, for one, it helps with your knee health because it doesn't put so much pressure on it. You're also able to walk with a different range of motion when it comes to your knees. It hits more of your backside mechanics, so glute, hamstrings, and calf muscles. When you walk backwards, you tend to have to pull with your toe. Normally when you walk forward, you walk more like heel toe. When you walk backwards, you hit toe to heel. So you tend to engage the calf muscle a little more. There you go, Kay Ellis. You pinned it for me. Yeah, you do tend to burn more calories because it helps with balance and stabilizing. So yeah, I just like walking backwards. I missed what you said. Okay, thanks for explaining again. You're welcome. There we go. Oh yeah. Today might be a shorter day as far as how long. I definitely got to get some water. If you ever wake up with a headache, it could be because you're dehydrated. Can you talk about the different stretches for lower body? So, yeah, when it comes to lower body, and I'll go back to the water thing in a minute. When it comes to stretching lower body, the main thing you want to focus on, I feel like, are the problem areas. I consider my lower body to pretty much be that lower back down. And so the main areas I focus on are my hips, hamstrings, quads. Of course, you do want to stretch out your calf muscles. They put in a lot more work than we realize throughout our day, especially if you like to wear heels a lot. But our hips are one of the biggest issues I see for a lot of people. And you know, when it comes to having injuries, it normally, so if you have a problem with your, let's say, foot, normally it's going to affect your walking gait. So then it's almost one up. So if you have an issue with your foot, it may affect your knee. If you have an issue with your knee, it's going to affect your hip, and then vice versa. If you have it. So the main areas I like to focus on are the hips. So if y'all ever see me stretch on Wednesdays, you'll know that I take a lot of emphasis on stretching. So yeah, that's the quads and the hamstrings as far as thighs. More so the hamstrings. If you realize, most people end up injuring their hamstrings more so than their quads. So that is part of your thigh. But the reason why people normally end up hurting their hamstring is, of course, when you run, that's where a lot of your power comes from. Remember, your thighs and your glutes, that's why I always say they have to match. There's a lot of power that comes from your thighs to your glutes. So when you're running, those are the main things you want to make sure you're stretching: hamstring, hips, quads, calf muscles. So y'all stretch with me on Wednesdays before we do leg day. That's the main thing I focus on. Normally when I stretch on Wednesdays before leg day, I stretch anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes. When normally on any other day it's like 2 to 3 minutes. So I mean, there's so many. And if I said the name of, I don't think you would know what I'm saying. So I saying the name, I don't think that's gonna help any. So I can try to describe them, but me saying the name, like, I don't think you'll be like, oh, okay, I know that stretch. Try to think the best way. My favorite one to do, I tell y'all, where you sit down on your bottom, you have it's gonna be hard for me to explain it. I feel like you've been in enough of my videos to see how I stretch. Let's see. Let me see if I give you a name right now. Like, y'all seen me do the 90-90. You know what the 90-90 stretch is? I'm just gonna see if I throw some names out. Would you know what I'm talking about? If I say 90-90 or hip gate, you know what the hip gate exercise is or stretch is? Those are the two I do often. I do have a stretching video. There is one on my TikTok page, and there's one on my YouTube page. The YouTube one is where you can actually fully stretch with me. I do need to make an updated one though. I do need to do an updated one. So yes, I can update it for sure. So yeah, I got you. Because the hip and the lower back area and your hamstrings, I feel like if you ever watched anybody run, those are the areas that go first, is the hamstring area. Especially the older we get, first thing that person do is grab the back of their leg. The Achilles has become more of an issue. And that can just happen from the way you step back. So I don't think, if y'all been watching a lot of football or basketball or anything like that, you'll realize a lot of times when they get injured with their Achilles, it just comes from a simple movement of stepping back. Like you can't really anticipate it. There's not really anything you did necessarily wrong. It's just how you step back. So when it comes to hamstrings, those are just, a lot of times, especially for women, we're very compact when it comes to our thighs. And that's why we have to stretch. And a lot of times we have to stretch a little more. So when you're already compact, like me, I told you I'm short. I'm like 5'2". And when you have more muscle, you have to make sure you're stretching it out. People with more muscle, yeah, you have higher chance of injuring yourself if you're not stretching out. You want to make sure you're holding that stretch for a minimum of 20 seconds. Which I think is interesting because a lot of sports teams, they normally hold it only for 10. Like I've seen a couple of football practices when I was at this one track. I was training at this high school, and I tend to watch the way people stretch. And a lot of times the way teams stretch, they'll go to 10. And a lot of times you're not holding the stretch long enough for it to actually do something. And so I think but because they're younger, I think they get away with getting injured. But a lot of injuries come from not stretching properly. You want to make sure you're holding it for at least 20 seconds. Especially when it comes to hamstrings, quads, and hips. Anything else you might be able to get away with, like with upper body, things like that. But we got to be intentional about holding those stretches a little longer. That's why I have my counter going. We do our dynamic warm-up. I do 20 seconds minimum. With my hips, I may go a little longer, do anywhere between 25 to 30 seconds. And stretching is something you can do outside of just before I'm about to do an event or an activity. While you're watching TV, just stretch. Stretch. That's actually something good for you to do if you just got done eating. You're trying to figure out what can you do so you don't go lay down. Stretch. It will keep you moving. but also keeps your body from getting tight, especially for those of you who sit down a lot at work or anybody who's a driver. You sit down and your hips can tighten up very easily from that. So that's why I have this, my endometriosis gives me problems in my left hip. So that's why I have to stretch. It forces me to stretch because of that, because of my endo. So anybody who's dealing with endo, adenomyosis, please make sure you're stretching, especially depending on what your degree of those are. Mine is stage 4. So all my issues are on my left side. Let me see where I'm at, y'all. Let's get to 10K likes, 10K likes. Tap, tap, tap it up. Woo. I've been walking for an hour, y'all. Oh, okay. I got you, K. Ellis. Let me see what the temperature is outside right now. Oh, it's 60. So it's 59. So it's a little cold for me. But once your body temperature starts, increasing, being outside is actually one of the better ways to go. How y'all feeling today, y'all? It's Tuesday. This week probably feels a little different for everybody at work because of the holidays. I feel like the week of a holiday is always a little different. Work isn't getting done as much. So, whew. Today was one of those days, y'all. I'm just trying to get through it. I'm just trying to stay consistent. I feel like almost every morning I wake up with the mindset of I'm not sure if I really want to work out today. And I don't know if that's my body talking or my mind. But I know today was one of those days. But I always feel so proud of myself. Okay, good job. Hubby is up and out. How far are y'all walking? But every time I work out, I didn't feel like it. I'm always so proud of myself. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I appreciate it. Whew. So today is one of those days I'm just going to feel proud of myself for even getting up. So if you don't feel like moving, try to just get up. Don't worry about what you're putting on. Just try moving. I did 2 inside. Okay. Try to give yourself a small goal. Maybe it's like, okay, let me move for 10 minutes. And I think once you get to that 10-minute mark, you'll start feeling better. And you'll be motivated to work, continue to go, a couple of more minutes or even another mile or whatever it may be. So I definitely was like, I may do 30 minutes today versus my normal. And now that I've been on here, I've gone for over an hour. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water, even with this temperature change. I know our body doesn't feel like it's sweating as much as it normally does. So make sure you're drinking your water. That's one thing I have to do. I felt like I was drinking enough water yesterday, but I guess not. And that's when you just have to learn your body. My left arm is, in order to keep my mic from moving so much, I was resting it on my desk. But normally I don't have problems walking backwards. I do it enough. So yeah, I don't have a problem walking without hands. I do want my mic swinging. I didn't know if that was interfering too much. But how did you manage the altitude in Arizona when you went hiking? I give out of gas every time, quick. Thank you, Ella. For some reason, I didn't even feel the altitude change, to be honest. Well, maybe I did, just didn't realize it. Because I know I've been to so many different places being in the military. I'm a Florida girl. People always talk about how humid it is there. I'm like, is it? So to me, when it comes to weather, I don't think I ever really feel it. I thought more so because of the different hikes I did. Oh, you're going hiking on Friday? Cool. I did 3 different hikes while I was in Arizona. I'm going to post the second one. I'm trying to post that one sometime this week. Or the third one. I already posted two of them. I posted the Grand Canyon, and I forgot the name of the other one that fast, but yep. I posted the other one I did. So I'm gonna try to post the Sedona one this week. That one was beautiful by far. I did the cave, the subway cave. But I think the first hike I posted, I felt like just because of all the rocks, that's what was making me tired. I don't even think it was the altitude change. I felt like it was the terrain itself, and trying to navigate that was the problem for me. Because even when I was walking at the Grand Canyon, you know, once you go down, you know, it just keeps going down, down, down. Coming up wasn't the problem. People were like, dang, you're moving fast. I'm like, am I? But it's because the terrain is, you know what I'm saying, the surface itself is flat, even though you're elevating up. The surface wasn't as crazy as the rocks for my first hike. Oh yeah, I'll definitely let you know. Now that I know you're in Arizona, I definitely have to let you know. Anytime I visit a certain place, I have to let y'all know. That way, if any of y'all are in the area, we can go do something active. I love doing anything active. Anytime I travel, it doesn't necessarily have to be the gym, but I want to do something active. Arizona has so many different, like, beautiful hikes. I almost feel like I didn't accomplish what I did. It's not almost, I did. I want to go to Page. I want to go to the Antelope Canyons. Hey y'all, welcome to the chat. Hey, hey, hey. It was at Josephine. What's the other one? Can't read it. So yeah. There's I think I want to do the Wave one that's in Arizona, but you have to win the lottery for that, I think, or something like that. But if I can win the lottery, I know for sure I'll be back in Arizona for that. So that's what gets me traveling. I love doing like different, well, yeah, I like nature. When I was in Cali, I was just ripping and running those streets, not even realizing this one hike I did. It actually wasn't too far from where Kobe's plane had hit. At one point, I think before I got there, they actually had this particular trail blocked off, so you couldn't see it. By the time I got there, I think everything was clear. But this particular trail, I didn't even think about half the stuff that was probably out there. My mind is so doo-doo-doo. I'm like, all right. One day I'm going to learn. I'll be going on a hike next month somewhere, and I think there could be bears in that area. So I'm like, all right, keep your head in the swivel. What, you were walking backwards, Kay Ellis? Walking backwards to me is easier than walking forward. Do you kayak? I haven't kayaked in a while. I don't mind. I just haven't, but I don't mind. I prefer to go with people, and like I don't want to do it solo. So yes, I'm definitely down to kayak. I'm low-key scared of the water. If I can't see through it, I don't want to do it. You see them bars? I work out 5 times a week. Okay, look at you, Curtis. I work out 5 times a week too. 4 times during the morning and then 1 in the evening on Thursday. But this week will look a little different. So, like I said, my goal is to work out tomorrow morning. But if I don't, and I'll post it later on today, I'll have a better answer on what my schedule will look like tomorrow. I will post if I'm going to work out that morning. And if not, I'm going to try to at least get something done that night. But we'll see what that looks like. I appreciate it, Curtis. I've been going now for 72 minutes, y'all. 72 minutes of walking backwards. Surprisingly, my quad's starting to feel it. I mean, he's not really surprised, but I at least thought my hamstrings would probably feel a little more than my quads. But I feel good. Let's see. Okay, I hit my mark for walking backwards. Can you share a little bit about your meal plans? You know, y'all, when it comes to my meal plans, I kind of just really try to eat healthy, to be honest. I've been doing this lifestyle for so long that the cut and dry way of doing it, like the meal planning on Sundays and doing this and doing that, I kind of try to make sure I eat healthy. So, and I told you I'm very basic, I'm very simple. I don't need variety in my meals throughout the week. So once I find something that I like, I kind of stick to that. I know I talk about tilapia and salmon a lot. So those are my two main proteins I eat. And I also do ground turkey. So the cheaper one is the 85 and the 15. So 85 lean, 15 fat percent. So that's why I normally, those are my three main proteins I eat. So I'll do a lot of tilapia because it's easy. I can just put it in my air fryer. And by the time it's done, my rice is normally done. I do jasmine rice. And then I'll do like spinach because spinach helps with the iron. So yeah, I know I have low iron. I've had to get iron transfusions. So yeah, I'm very simple. Like y'all probably like, boo, that's boring. So I'll do spaghetti, tilapia, or I'll do a salmon. Right now it'd be in winter, a good chili, which is that good high fiber with the different beans. I do like a good Taco Tuesday, but I substitute the lettuce with spinach. I told y'all lettuce is good for you, but it doesn't have as much nutritional value. So when it comes to tacos, I'll do the spinach instead. Trying to think what else I can give y'all, because I'm so basic. I eat a lot of tilapia. I know a lot of people are like, tilapia is not good for you. Okay. Yeah, I'm so simple. And for me, you also have to understand, because of my endometriosis and adenomyosis, I have to do what works for my body. So once I find something that works, it's kind of hard for me to like move from that. Like with my breakfast, I eat the same thing for breakfast. My protein pancake, which I have to pull back on that just because I do like to use syrup, and that syrup, because of the amount of sugar, I have to pull back on those. So if I do the same thing, protein pancakes, eggs, turkey, bacon or sausage, and then sometimes if I need a little more carb, if I'm not doing pancake, I'll do tater tots as like my hash brown. But I eat the same thing. Very, very boring. That's why I say you don't need a lot of variety. As long as you're hitting your macros, the protein, fat, and carbs, you're good. A lot of people eat for taste and not for health, which is okay, right? You want to eat something that tastes good, I understand. But I will say that a lot of people who eat more so for nutritional, like health, they're eating the same thing. You need to order rice syrup on Amazon. What that tastes like, Deborah? Because I'm picky. I'm like a little child. I need something good in my life. That syrup gives me that dose of like a little bit of sugar. Yeah, definitely try that. Okay, almost like honey. Okay, Deborah. Put it in the chat again for me so I can write it down. I'm going to put it in my notes. Hey, Gina, good morning. Okay, rice syrup. Okay, let me write that because I will forget. I'll feel like I remember, and then I won't. So I'm gonna put it here. So rice syrup is a good substitute. All right. I'm gonna give it a go. But yeah, definitely try spinach over lettuce. Definitely give that a try. I did like little like nachos. Was that yesterday? No. Anything that say sugar free be sounding too healthy for me. Maple Grove Farm. Okay, let me see. Let me write that down so I can look at it. Farm. Okay, I typed this one out. How many calories does the rice syrup have? Let's look it up. I'm interested to know too. Rice syrup is high carbohydrates and calories. Woo! It kind of has a lot of calories. Hold on. Well, it's 150 calories, but it says it has a high sugar content though. It's 29 to 54 grams. I feel like I might as well eat my regular syrup for that. That is high in sugar though. That was the rice syrup. So if anybody likes rice syrup, and if it's already high in carbs, I don't know if that's good considering that the pancake itself is already a carb. So I don't know if I want to add more high carb, should I say. Would it be in a high carb, high sugar? But it does provide some minerals like potassium and magnesium. But do we really put, y'all know how much, that's like when your shampoo or conditioner bottle say put a palm size amount. We don't ever really follow what it says. So I'm pretty sure we use way more syrup than we're supposed to. But that is a better calorie count than the rice syrup. Okay, I'm trying to run backwards for a little bit. Now this is what I really like to do is jog backwards. Jogging backwards definitely makes you, you're definitely on your toes. Let's see where I'm at. I'm trying to finish it out, y'all. Because I'll put blueberries so that makes it sweet. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did realize when I did my Veterans Day meal, when they gave me like the strawberries, blueberries, and all of that, that did help me avoid wanting to use syrup. Food scale. I thought about getting a food scale just so I can kind of like measure out my stuff, but I feel like what I've been doing is pretty good so far. You got this. Thank you, Curtis. I told y'all once I put something up here, I try to stick with it. I almost try to give in because walking backwards or running backwards normally takes longer than running forward. So I would have been done by now probably if I was going forward because I would have been going at a faster speed. Walking backwards, I was going at a slower pace. So I feel like it's taking me a little longer, but I'm dedicated to getting it done. I put it up there, so now I got to do it. I'm trying to run so I finish a little faster than what I would normally. Oh no, not my hair. Try to see if I can put it underneath this hair tie. I don't have to put more heat on my hair. I don't know what the hair tie up here. Hold on, y'all. See how it's already kind of bushing out? Yeah, we don't need that. Maybe if it just hang like that, it won't be so bad. Oh, I said that ain't do nothing. Thank y'all for sticking with me. I'm trying to get this done. But I'm trying to stick to what I wrote. My watch taking forever to update. Now I was gonna turn my walking pad forward, but y'all, I said I was gonna walk backwards for 10,000 steps. So now I gotta make that happen. I didn't just say 10,000 steps, I said backwards. I burnt 325 calories. I don't, Gina. Your hair is long. Let's go. Thank you. But no, I don't. I don't do overnight oats. Does anyone have any tips on setting goals and time management? I mean, when it comes to goals, it should be short term, right? Especially if you're just starting. And you have to know yourself. When it comes to setting goals, I'll try to start with small ones that I know are attainable. That way, it kind of builds your momentum and motivation. So if I set my goal too far out and I'm not able to reach it, all that's going to do is discourage me, right? And I might fall off. But the minute I hit like little milestones or stepping stones, I'm getting motivated, right? So the time management piece just comes with consistency. So like with me working out, that's the reason why I put it at the beginning of my day. I know that if I put it at the end of my day, I'm probably going to make excuses. I'm not going to get that done. And I also set out an amount of time. So for instance, I told y'all yesterday, I said tomorrow is low impact cardio day. I'll be on between 7:30 and 9:30. So my goal was already to be on here for 2 hours, right? So I said that yesterday. Even though I wasn't feeling good today, I didn't think I would be able to do 2 hours. Now that I see I'm getting closer to that, I'm like, let's go. But my time management was I already allotted for 2 hours. And because I've been doing that already every Tuesday, consistency starts to build. So short, small goals that are attainable. Time management, things you can stay with consistently and give it a time frame. And then once that time is done, you got to move on. So I think my 2 hours officially be 9:40 to be exact from when I started. So at 9:40, I hope to be done my 10,000 steps. I mean, I didn't know I was going to be running backwards until this morning, but my goal is to be done by 9:40. And depending on how much I need to do after that, I may keep going. But to time manage, I need to get off at 9:40. That's the time that I allotted myself. So I need to stay true to that. I'm going to beat my 10,000 steps though. So it might put me ahead of schedule. 9:40 was like my longest time out. 5 o'clock is usually off during the day. Yeah, I think you're going to have to get a good schedule, Cynthia. Yeah, people who work overnight, yeah, and then normally it's hard to get a schedule because a lot of your friends and family are up during the day. So it throws you off. So you just got to get a good schedule that works for you. Set a good time that you can sleep where you don't feel like you're missing out. Because I feel like when you work overnight, when people are up and about and you try to sleep, you may feel like you're missing out on a lot of different things. I'm starting to glisten now, y'all. Calf muscles burning. The closer I get to my goal, it's like my body goes, and I ain't say overdrive, but it's like I get excited and I'm able to keep pushing. So once I hit that halfway mark at 5,000, I was motivated. I gotta finish, y'all. I gotta finish. So right now I'm at 361 calories burned. I'm gonna look back and see how much I burn when I go forward. And I'm pretty sure I burn more calories today than I have when I go forward. Especially in this amount of time. Finish strong. Yep. My hair poofing up. I'm just gonna drink my water today. My water right there on the couch. I'm trying to see how much longer I can do it jogging backwards. Oh yeah. I gotta finish. Y'all keep tapping. We're almost at 10K with the likes. Way to go. Way to go. Okay, I'm gonna keep jogging backwards for until it hits 9:15. Then I'm gonna walk for 5 minutes. And then whatever I have left, I'm gonna jog it out. Thank y'all for giving me the 10K likes. I appreciate it. Woo. I thought I almost hit the side of the walking pad, and that is disaster. Keep going. I'm at a little over an hour and a half. Okay, so it just hit 9:15, so I'm gonna walk for 5 minutes. And then anything I have, y'all see how it's poofing? Anything I have left, I'm going to go back to jogging. This is the day where I should have had my wrap on. I don't have a hair tie over here. Okay, I got 5 minutes of walking backwards. I'm at, let's see. Come on, watch, catch up. So I'm at 8,300 steps. So I got 1,700 steps more to go. And I hit my 10,000. So in 4 minutes, whatever I don't accomplish with walking, I'm going to finish by running backwards. I can't stop until I hit 10,000. I'm almost at 400 calories burned. So I definitely think I'm burning way more calories because I don't think I burn close to 500 normally when I walk forward. So by the time I get done, I think I would have hit 500 calories. So running backwards, you definitely burn more calories, or walking backwards, you definitely burn more calories. Whew, who's still walking with me? Who's still walking? Who's still walking? Let's see how many miles it say I've done on my walking pad. Okay, so my watch and my walking pad are actually doing okay. Thank y'all. Still going with me. Listening. Woo. I'm washing dishes. Hey, that's something, all right? So I'm actually going to keep walking until my walking pad stops. That way it doesn't throw me off. It should be stopping soon. It should be within my 2 minutes. Y'all know my walking pad stops once it hits 99 minutes. I don't want it to throw me off. Okay. So I got 2 more minutes of walking backwards. And then I'm going to jog the rest of it out. I think I can do it, y'all. Well, I know I can do it. Ain't no think. I know I can do it. And then I'm hopping my butt right in the shower. You feel me? You're going to try it? You should definitely give it a try. Definitely give it a try. I'm at 405 calories. Active calories. Total calories, I'm at 512 calories burned. That day I ran 5 miles. I burned 500 calories, but you got to think I was running, right? So here I am walking backwards, and I feel like I'm able to burn a lot of calories. But I haven't. Of course, it's gonna take me longer. That run was like 51 minutes. Thank y'all for the motivation. I'm definitely gonna finish. When I start running, that's definitely when it's gonna get hard because my calf muscles are gonna burn out. But so I'm gonna tell y'all what my step count is before I start running. I might have to just push through. I'm trying to see what it is before it throws or before it slows down. Okay, y'all. I got like less than 60 seconds, and it's gonna slow down, and then I'm gonna have to restart it. And that's when I'm gonna start jogging, okay? So before I start jogging, yeah, y'all give me some taps to motivate me. Tap, 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 tap that screen. Motivate me for these last, let me see. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, right now I'm at 8,800 steps. I'm just waiting for my walking pad to slow down, and then I can run. There we go. All right. So I'm going to tell y'all where I'm at right now. I'm going to stay moving in place. So I'm at 88.35. I'm going to restart my walking pad. So for now, I got to like a little less than 1,200 steps. I got to finish. So I got to jog it the rest of the way. So I'm at 3.1 miles per hour right now. I got to make that a 0.2. Well, we'll say 3 because 3 is my favorite number. So I'm at 3.3. And I got to finish until I get to 10K. So I can't stop running until I get to 10K, y'all. Y'all keep tapping that screen for me. Keep me motivated. Keep me encouraged if you're watching. Woo. I'm going to keep checking in my watch to see if I hit my steps. I'll put the mic down. I need my arm movement. I need full mobility. So every couple of minutes, you said that's hard. Every couple of minutes, I'm going to check to see where I'm at with my steps. I think on average, with walking, you can get about 100 steps in a minute. You got this. Thank you, Gina. Woo. Okay, so I'm at a little over 9,000 steps. Girl, you can rest. I'm not taking anything like that for myself. And I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm only doing this for my just to get my cardio in. I get cardio in like twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. So it's good for that cardiovascular health. So I'm at 3.3 miles per hour running backwards. The sun started coming out. It looks like it's gonna be like an overcast here. I'm almost there, y'all. I I got like 700 more steps to get. It was 739 to be exact. I definitely didn't think I would hit 10,000 steps walking backwards today. So proud of myself already because I know I'm going to achieve it. My hair came down, but I'm still not going to stop. So I got to finish all the way through. I got 515 steps. No, 615. Yeah, I'm too close now to stop. I'm definitely not stopping now. I always get faster towards the end of something. So when I was in that 5 mile run, when I knew I was towards the end, that was my fastest mile. Okay, that's good. I'm glad you had some family to walk with, Tina. I can't finish my dishes for tapping. Well, I appreciate you for tapping because I'm getting there. I'm almost done. Let's see where I'm at. I got 425 steps left. Let's go. 425, y'all. Huffing and puffing, huffing and puffing. $272 left. No, 282. 282 left. I'll finish with it before 9:30 my time. So right now it's 9:27. I'll be done before 9:30. I'm getting motivated now, y'all. 122 left. Yeah, 122. Thank you, Curtis. I did 10,035. I did it. Whew. Yeah. 10,000 steps backwards. So I'm just gonna walk on here just enough to get my heart rate back down. Because I told y'all, thank you, Cynthia. That's the one thing is like when you've been running and you just stop, you'll feel dizzy. So instead of just jumping off your cardio equipment, you want to make sure you get that heart rate back down. Yeah, I did that, Curtis. And I did not see that coming. I just knew I was going to be like, oh, I'll finish later. But I did it. Whew, yeah. My heart rate slowly going back down. I'll probably get off of here before I finish because I'm the type of person to where I have to go to like a whole number. So like right now my watch says 4.75 miles. So guess what? I gotta finish and get to close out at 5 miles. So I'm not gonna make y'all stay on here with me. I accomplished this task. I hit the 10,000. Y'all, let's go ahead and get to 15. We gotta close out on good numbers. So right now I'm just trying to walk to get to that 5 mile mark. So even once I get off of here, I'm probably gonna keep walking until I get to that 5 mile mark. But I feel good. I feel good. Definitely glistening. I'm ready to jump in the shower. Gina, you put in the work. Y'all help Gina. Tap, 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 tap. Tap for me. Once we get 15K, I can get off. Don't hold me hostage. What intervals did I do? Well, I started off just walking at like 2 miles per hour. Yeah, I slowly get off, Curtis. But I started walking at like 2 something miles per hour, and then I increased it. I just started increasing it slowly. There was no rhyme or reason of how I did it, but I just started increasing it slowly. And then when I realized I was gonna be here forever in a day if I didn't jog, I just started jogging. So today was just like a freestyle day. I didn't have a reason why I did anything. I just knew I wanted to. Yeah, I just knew I wanted to get to this 10K walking backwards. So that was my goal. So when I get my heart rate down, it's slowly getting there. I'm gonna jump off, and then I'm gonna finish walking. I have like another lap around the track to go, but because I'm walking so slow, I feel like this lap is never gonna happen. Right now I'm at 4.80, so I just want to finish that 5 mile. Whew. Thank y'all. Good job. We got 15K. I appreciate it. 10 miles. Okay, you did 10 miles on the bike. Okay, Legacy. I still keep saying I'm gonna get a bike, and I still haven't. So we'll see when that happens with me getting a bike. But I do think a bike is really good, especially if you had the resistance turned up. It's a really good way to work your quads, and it is also another low impact way, especially if you're doing stationary. But that resistance will definitely build up your thighs for sure, getting that definition. So I do like biking. My sister has a bike. I should use hers because we live right here next to each other. Whew. It's not gonna take me as long as I thought. I'm at 4.84 right now, so it won't be too much longer before I hit my 5 mile mark. But good job. Y'all did y'all job. Y'all hit y'all 15K likes. I hit my 10,000 steps. My YouTube family, y'all stayed and supported me. Y'all engaged as well. So I appreciate it. So once again, make sure you keep your notifications on. A bike is an easy way to get those miles in for sure. Y'all keep your notifications on. I will let y'all know tomorrow or later on today what my schedule is gonna look like for tomorrow. My goal is to try to work out somewhere. If it's not in the morning, in the evening. But if I'm not able to, I know for sure because Thursday I may just go for a run, or I may go to the gym with my sister. So we'll see. Like I said, just keep your notifications on. This week is different for me because I'm kind of just going with the flow. Normally my sister, my twin and I will go, like, we'll either go for a run in the neighborhood or, knowing her, she'll probably want to go to the gym. I don't like going to the gym. I like working out at home. Not sure if you saw, but I signed up for the program last night. Woo, woo, woo. That's what I'm talking about. Tina signed up for Be Your Body Goals. We start Monday, y'all. I'm telling you, go ahead and get you a seat while you can. Monday is the start day. It's a good day to start after the Thanksgiving holiday. Get you right, and it's a good way to work towards getting ready for the next set of holidays, which is the New Year, or Christmas and then New Year's. So come on, December 1st is when we start. 38% discount automatically comes off at checkout. And I already got my stuff discounted. I'm always giving discounts. And I think it's just because I understand where people come from when it comes to wanting a discount. And we already got so much going on during the holidays, especially if you have kids that you're paying for. So I try to keep my programs relatively low because I already told y'all, I know that when you give to others, especially if you mean it from your heart, you'll be blessed in other ways. It may not be financially, but you'll be blessed. So far, I got a roof over my head, food to eat, clothes on my back. So I'm being provided for. But I definitely don't hit y'all over the head with the prices. So y'all sign up. I'm passionate about this. I love working with new people. It excites me. Sorry, y'all. I'm at 4.90, but I'm probably just going to walk that offline. I'm trying not to eat that much. For Thanksgiving? But like I told y'all, enjoy yourself for Thanksgiving. Just try to be mindful. Try to at least spread the food out throughout the day and not consume it all in one sitting. Make sure you're being active. You're walking around, giving your body time to digest. That way you don't get that uncomfortable bloat. Yeah, this is like the second or third month for discounts, right? I mean, since I started my program, I've always given discounts. I told you I started my program during COVID. And, COVID was a time a lot of people didn't have jobs or they were losing jobs because of COVID. And so I wanted people to be able to stay active while being inside the house. And then from there, I just kept the discounts going. I don't think I've ever really sold my programs for full price. I've always given a discount, and then I always add a discount on top of that, like how I'm doing the holiday, 38% discount when it's already discounted. And trust me, like I told y'all, there have been a lot of people who've told me I need to change that because I'm giving way too much value away for the amount that I'm charging, but that's not what it's all about. I can fit back into all my jeans from 2 to 3 years ago. That's what I'm talking about. We gonna clap and cheer. Clap first. Come on, clap. Cheer next. I want to sign up, but I don't know which program yet. So I'll sign up for sign up for a consult for sure. Once you hit me up about wanting to do a consult, I'll reach out to you and I'll let you know. We can talk about it. I'll reach out to you, see what time works for you for us to talk, so we can figure out which program is best for you. So remember, if you're trying to ask me a question about the program, those consults are completely free. They last about 10, 15 minutes, however long, I guess, however many questions you have. But those consults are free, but you're trying to figure out where do I fit. Oh, yeah, you are in Arizona, so you're behind me by what? It's 3 hours, right? It's 2 or 3 hours. I can't remember. Okay, my heart rate is officially back down because my watch is asking me if I'm still working out. So anytime my watch asks me if I'm still working out, I know it's because my heart rate has gotten down. So now I won't be dizzy when I get off. So that's what matters. Okay, you're 2 hours behind. Okay. So yeah, I'll take that into account once I reach out to you about what time works best for you. I'll take that consideration. Um, but all right, y'all. I appreciate y'all sticking it out with me. We completed it. 10,000 steps backwards. That's what I'm saying. The hardest part is getting moving. Once you get moving, there's so much you can accomplish, but you got to take that first step. If it wasn't for me getting up this morning to even get on, I would have never known what I could accomplish today. And I've been on here now for an hour and 58 minutes. So, all right, y'all. Happy Tuesday. Be safe this week. Safe travels to anybody who's getting on the road. And best of all, and most of all, be blessed, okay? I'm going to come off of TikTok first. All right, y'all. See you later. And then I'm going to come over here to y'all. Hey, YouTube fam. Thank y'all. Hey, Charity. I didn't even see you come on. Hey. I'm about to move you over here real quick. Okay. Hey, Charity, what's going on? I know I'm a little up close and personal. I'm just on here for another 0.04. I would have hit my official 5-mile mark. So I'm gonna close out with my YouTube fam. I appreciate y'all for being on with me. I didn't think I was gonna be able to finish this 10,000 step backwards walk. I set it as a goal, but I don't think I realized how long it takes when you're trying to walk backwards. But I finished, so I'm excited. Now I'm just walking until I get to that 5-mile mark, and then I'll probably get off here as well. But I just want to talk to y'all. I felt like I couldn't really engage with y'all as much because I had y'all a little further back. But I did it, y'all. So this morning started off pretty good. The only thing I have left to do now after this is take a shower. But Charity, it's been such a long time since I've seen you on here, so I'm happy to see you. Tuesdays and Wednesdays I get on at 7:30 in the morning for YouTube. So with the holiday change, my goal is to be back on here tomorrow. But if not, I'll let y'all know. I'll put a post up so y'all can know when I'm back on here. Tomorrow's supposed to be leg day. But I'll let y'all know. I will let y'all know. All right, I'm at 4.99, y'all. I'm trying to get to this 5-mile mark. 5 miles. Did I do it? I did, y'all. Happy to see you. It's been crazy. I was sick, but getting better. How are you? I'm good. Yeah, not too much has really changed. I am splitting my time now between TikTok and YouTube. Before, I was doing 2 workouts a day. So I would do TikTok at 7:30 in the morning and then move over to YouTube at 11:30. And that was it was getting hard on my body. So now I make it to where Monday and Fridays I get on at 11:30 on YouTube. But Tuesdays and Wednesdays I combine my 2 platforms and I have 2, setups so I can talk to both of y'all at the same time. So I'm not able to do 2 workouts because getting on here and walking, I'll walk about 2 hours in the morning and then get on YouTube and do like an hour and a half. So it was just a lot. And then I have leg day normally on Wednesdays. So going from walking that much when really my low impact day is supposed to be just a day of getting the blood flow going, getting my legs loose and warmed up for leg day on Wednesday. But my legs will be tired from all that walking. So I made a few changes. And I'm actually able to be on YouTube a little longer. So I think normally I'm only on here for, like I said, an hour. But because I combined it, I was able to get on for 2 hours today. So I don't know what my schedule is going to look like for the rest of the week because of the holidays. I know everybody's schedule is kind of crazy right now. People are, with family. So I know everyone's schedule is going to be a little different this week. So I'm trying to pop in when I can. All right. So now I can finally stop Ooh, y'all. Legs, hair starting to poof up from the sweat. Hey, hey, hey. Is it Thomas? Ooh, but y'all, I finished 10,000 steps going backwards. Let's see where I'm at officially with walking backwards. 10,827 steps walking backwards. So I accomplished the task at hand. You're looking good as always. That's a nice schedule. I'm happy you have found something that works. Me too. That was the biggest thing, was me trying to find another way to do both platforms. So what's kind of crazy is I'm using my grandfather's phone. So my grandfather passed away a year ago, and my mom had just got him a phone. And so I kind of feel like I got a piece of my granddad when I work out. That's the phone I'm actually using right now, is his. I was actually getting ready to buy a new phone in order for me to merge my platforms at the same time. And my sister was like, you can use this one. And so it actually kind of is motivating to have his phone. My granddad was a very active guy. He coached so many different sports, and he was just very, very active. So for me to be able to, and I know for some people it's like just a phone. For y'all, for some people it may just be just a phone, but for me, it's just a way to keep me motivated and moving, because he was such an active guy. So yeah. So yeah, I'm definitely happy I have it. So now I'm able to reduce how much work I'm putting on my body throughout the week. But yeah, I'm about to jump off now. I hope you're able to join me for another time, Charity. If it's not this week, maybe another week. I know it's going to be crazy with Thanksgiving and family and friends. So thank y'all for sticking with me through this 2-hour walk backwards. Sorry about that. That's a good thing to motivate you and keep a piece of him around. Oh yeah, for sure. So I hope you're able to get on again. I know for sure my plan is to at least be back on here by Friday. But my goal is to get on here tomorrow, but we'll see. We will see. Is this Pow Pow? It's so crazy. Y'all are getting on now as I'm supposed to be getting off. Hey, Pow Pow, what's going on? Charity's on here. Teresa's on here. My core YouTube family. Oh, the mod's not working? Okay. I don't know. Maybe I need to update this phone. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's something on my end or what. So maybe if cause I do know I need to update this phone. So maybe when I update this phone, it'll, cause this is my other one. And I don't even know why I had this mic in my hand. It's not even hooked up to this phone. But I'm glad y'all got on. I'll try to see if it has anything to do with me needing to update this phone, of why it's doing that. But I'm happy to see you, Pow Pow, Charity, Teresa. Thank y'all for getting on. I'm about to hop off so I can go take a shower. I can see all y'all's. It's working on my side. I can see all y'all's mod. So I may have to update it. I know this phone has been telling me I need to make an update, and I just haven't. I don't use this phone outside of this. So maybe once I update it, it'll be fine. Yeah, they do always change the rule of the game, though. So, all right, y'all, I'm about to jump off so I can go take a shower. Woo, today drained me already. And all I did was walk. Yeah, definitely hope to catch y'all. Happy holidays to everyone. I look forward to seeing y'all again this week for a good workout. Until then, be safe, y'all, and be blessed. But thank y'all for getting on. See ya.